Welcome to my channel Positivity with Geeta Iyengar. You're so happy to go home, with a hard day's work. Why? Why you're so happy with home, sweet home? Because it's comfortable. You feel so nice. You can do whatever you want and you feel nobody will disturb you. You are yourself. You are your best because that is your comfort zone, because no stress there, especially if there are no other issues, there is no stress, and you can sleep, you can rest, you can lie down, you can do anything you want, watch your favorite TV programs, and that's why you like that comfort zone so much. Similarly, going to a job, if you have worked there for many years, you want to be in the same place because that job is your comfort zone. Similarly, when you take an auto or you go by bus or you go by car, and if you don't want to change that because again that is your comfort zone. All of us crave to be in that comfort zone. It's wonderful. And it's fine. I want this school, I want that college, I want this house, this road. I will not go to any other shop because that is my regular shop. Whatever we are used to, that becomes our comfort zone. But life is not like that. Is that the way you want to live? Always live in that comfort zone? Yes, if you are happy, but are you really going to be happy? Don't you think as a human being you have to grow? And how will you grow? You have to accept challenges. You have to accept change. Only then confidence will come. Now, how will that come? It will come when you step outside your comfort zone. In fact, many times people quote and say, life begins when you step out of your comfort zone. Yes, life begins there, and that life is full of challenges. So you require courage. You have to get rid of all this uncomfortable comfortable things that you have seen in your house. क्योंकि आप सोचते होंगे कि मैं अरे आई विल नॉट गो बाय मेट्रो, मैं लोकल ट्रेन से नहीं जाऊंगी. हाँ, इफ़ यू कैन अफोर्ड बाय कार यू गो, बट यू शुड बी एबल टू गो by car or bus or auto or bullock cart or whatever. You have to be ready because you're made for that. You're made to grow. You've been born to progress. How will you progress if you don't want to step out of your comfort zone? You see the ship, it is so safe in the harbor. You want to remain like that in the shore? What happens to the ship? It will rust, it will rot. It has to sail in the water. It has to face all the waves. It will move in the water to go to the other side of the shore. So if you want to grow, you have to be like that sailing ship, not get stuck like the ship in the harbor. That is not what the ship is meant to be there. Of course, it's a metaphor, but that is how life is. And life is full of challenges. Why are you afraid to change your job? You're afraid with the fear. What if I fail? What if if I make a mistake? So what? If you make a mistake, so what? If you fail, so what? What else can happen? Either you win or you lose. What more can happen? But you have to be responsible. Take a step with responsibility, with courage, with conviction, and then you will get confidence. Then you will face the world properly. For that, you have to think out of the box. Out of the box means ये जो you see how in the school you rut जो भी आपको textbook में लिखा होता है, you just keep on mugging that and then you produce it in the exam because the teacher also wants that answer, because the teacher is also a product of this. She cannot think out of the box, so she wants you also to be like that. But if you want to progress, if you want to grow, then you have to think out of the box. You have to analyze. Why children are nowadays, you don't become like a parrot repeating all that is there. Because your childhood is taught that way, you are not able to come out of that comfort zone. You're very happy. There is a guide, there is a textbook. I will read that and I will go. This is my job. I've been doing this for 30 years. Fine. But there is no growth there. As a human being, you have to grow, you have to change. And why I'm saying this is that suppose something happens like that in life, then don't panic. You can always accept that change with grace and dignity because you know how to handle it. You know the technique of sailing in the ship. So anytime you can go in the harbor, relax, go back and sail. But if you don't know how to sail at all, then you'll get stuck. You'll remain on the shore itself. And that is not what you're supposed to be. So, friends, it's okay if we make mistakes. It's okay if we fail. And of course, that road will be difficult. But the destination will be beautiful. And what is there? That road may not have anything. You will fail. One after the other failure will come. But at least you have come out, and tomorrow you'll go back, you enjoy your comfort zone more. And that is what is important. Fear is the one which stops you from trying new things, new challenges. So one should have the courage. And who is responsible? Your upbringing, your parents are responsible to encourage this. But what happens in most of the time, we have seen the teachers and the parents sometimes, they say, no, you go to this college, you go to this school nearby, you don't have to take a bus, you don't have to take a train, you go eat this food, you take this job, everything within that vicinity, it's fine. But that is not what we are meant to be, because there's so much potential in you. And if you want to tap your potentiality, टैप ऑल द टैलेंट, आप में इतना हुनर है लेकिन आप उसका मौका ही नहीं देते हैं ना. सो इफ़ यू डोंट गिव एनी चांस एंड अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर योर सेल्फ, हाउ विल यू ग्रो? डू यू वॉन्ट टू जस्ट लिव लाइक अ वर्म? Do we want to do that? No, we don't have to live like that. Therefore, we all the time, you be in your comfort zone, go back home, relax and all. But if a chance comes in life, don't hesitate to step out of your comfort zone. And another thing what is important is you should decide, you should be capable enough to decide, my comfort zone is this and I'm going to step out of this for my growth, my progress, my development. And you develop, automatically you'll become courageous and new kind of confidence will dawn in you. And then you will realize how capable you are, how much of potentiality you have, which you had never allowed it to grow because you always remained like that in the rat or the bird in the cage. You have not seen the outside world. But now that in this competitive world, we cannot afford to go on worshipping this comfort zone. Yes, comfort zone should be comfortable for some time, but learn, if opportunity comes, step out of this comfort zone, accept what challenges are there with conviction, with courage, and then you see happiness is all yours. You don't have to worry about anything. And the fear will go. The fear of failure will go, because understand that at the most there is no choice. Either I will succeed or I will fail. And if you accept them, you will realize you can handle failure. The day you handle failure, success is all yours. The day you handle all the drawbacks, all the problems that come in life, again, the growth is yours, progress is yours. So friends, think it over. Always remember that what is comfortable should not be taken for granted, because a day comes when something uncomfortable comes, you should have the grit, the courage to accept it. So thank you once again, friends. Understand and learn. Try to come out of your comfortable zone for your growth, for your personal growth, personal development, and you will see that your happiness will be 10 times more than what you have now. Because then anything, you are not afraid. Once you are comfortable in an uncomfortable zone, then life becomes so easy. Life becomes so peaceful. Stress-free life need not be always in the comfort zone. You can handle stress even in an uncomfortable zone. So thank you, friends, for listening to me. We'll see you next time. Bye till then. We'll come with another topic. Take care.